do for us as members of society, but more important, what they do for the unborn that cannot speak unless we speak for them, unless we assure that they receive health care. You know, health care, we're mothers, we're wives, we're sisters, we're grandmas. We care about health care more than a lot of other things. We want our families healthy. We want our children's healthy. We want our young girls healthy. We want our babies healthy. We want our unborn babies healthy. And how are they healthy? They're healthy if they're assured of health care. And that is what the Romney-Ryan ticket does. It assures health care for unborn babies. It assures health care for pregnant women. That is what it's all about. Never in this country are our liberties more threatened than right now. Our freedoms. We do not want the government to think for us. We need to think for ourselves. We need to choose our health care, and we need to choose health care that's healthy for us and for our babies. That's the health care we need to choose. We don't need Obamacare deciding the health care for our babies, which, as we know, is not the best health care. It clearly is not. It forces babies to be killed. It allows that, and in essence, it forces it. It foists it on women that are coerced and badgered into abortions. During this last session of the legislature, serving here as a Wisconsin State Senator, I authored and sponsored and worked on what we call the webcam coercive abortion bill. I sponsored, worked on what we call the Healthy Youth Act. And the way I did that was with the help of the women here today, with the help of Barbara Lyons, Sue Armacost, Julaine Appling. They were working for you, for me, and more importantly, for babies' health care. That is what they were working for. And that is what the Romney-Ryan ticket is all about. I see so many people of you out there that I know, and that I know you personally know and have had conversations with Paul Ryan. I know that. You know him. He is truly pro-life. He's not just politically pro-life. You've all had conversations with him, and I'm betting you all have shook his hand over the years and have had some probably detailed conversations with him. I know I see old George Ptack. Haven't seen you in years. So nice to see you back here. Not old George, my old friend that I haven't seen in a number of years. It's so nice to see you and see you back here and see you at this event and to know what you stand for, George. I sincerely appreciate that. But we clearly, we're at this pivotal crossroad here in our country, and not only in our country, but here in the state of Wisconsin. Tammy Baldwin is of the ilk of Obamacare. She supports it. She is a fan of it. She proclaims to have women's health care be one of her issues. Well, women's health care, when we have preborn baby girls going into an abortion facility in the womb, I don't exactly call that health care. That is not health care for those little babies. That is not what that is about. And it's about, again, I go back to that decision making. Don't let the government think for you. You need to think for yourself. You need to make your decisions on health care, not let Tammy Baldwin and Obama make those decisions. Tommy Thompson has served us here. We know that he has forwarded pro-life initiatives as governor and that he's a friend of the preborn. Tommy versus Tammy, it's very clear. I don't think we need to think too much about that one. I think we know where each one of them stands and what we want here in the state of Wisconsin. So with that, and I talked about what I did with the webcam coercive abortion bill. And what that bill did is assure that women are not coerced into abortion. I will tell you, I had a moving moment a few years ago when there was a gathering in the Capitol. Some women had reserved a room and were having conversations and doing testimonials about how years ago they were coerced into abortions. And I stood in the doorway that day. The room was crowded, and I had meetings to run to, and I was kind of passing by and stood in the doorroom and listened, and I couldn't believe it. The number of women that had been coerced and regretted it and were having severe trauma, suffering from abortion trauma years later. that just should not be going on. Women should not have to suffer abortion trauma, making uninformed decisions, being coerced and rushed into things. And more importantly in that bill, I'll tell you what that bill did. It assures a woman of a physical. Talk about a health care bill. That's really the bottom line of what that bill did. Forget the whole abortion debate for a moment. What it did is guarantee that a woman receives an in-person physical prior to an abortion. That's what the bill did. That's the bottom line. And in the legislature, you saw those of the liberal ilk. The Democrats all voted against it. The Republicans all voted for it, all realizing it was a health care bill is really what it was. It was a health care bill. But the Democrats chose to stand up and say it was prohibiting webcam abortions. And I said, well, if that's a result of that bill, because we have a physical, because a woman deserves a physical when she goes to a doctor. You don't just get a treatment. If you go in to have a tumor removed, you have a physical first. So if you're going to remove a baby, have a baby killed, you certainly deserve a physical to check blood pressure, to do some exams, and at least assure that the woman can even survive it, given that it's legal in our country. And the other bill I did with the help of Julene and others was the Healthy Youth Act. And what this does is it assures that sex education is determined in the communities, not in Madison. And that abstinence be taught in the schools. And we don't prohibit the comprehensive sex ed. What we say is that abstinence must be taught, but that the local communities can guide and set the curriculum. And we worked long and hard at that to compromise and come up with something that would be palatable. So those are the things that I work on. That's my passion. I will continue to work on that. But importantly, what we have here today, and realizing the difference between the Obama-Romney ticket, between the two tickets, Ryan Romney and Obama ticket, to realize the difference between those and realize the difference between the Tammy and Tommy ticket. That's extremely important. It's about our freedoms, it's about our decision making, and it's about people thinking for themselves, not having the government take over and make those decisions and think for you as it relates to health care on the broad spectrum as well as on the abortion spectrum. So thank you so much, and it's onward to November and win. Thank you.